Hello Gemini, welcome to Tarot Concertina. Today we'll be looking into the Gemini collective for the month of July. First we'll do a few channeled messages, then we'll do relationships or love, and then we'll jump to career. One or both or neither of them could be about you, or they could be about different people, so use your discernment and only take the messages that resonate for you. This is the Lover's Tarot card from the 1960s deck, the Linweave Tarot, and the Lovers is the card associated with Gemini. So let's first get into some channeled messages I received while doing a meditation before starting the video. I got a little emotional during the meditation because I got the strong impression the message was coming from a loved one of somebody watching in the Gemini collective, and there was just this message of love coming forward. It was just a very warm, nurturing energy. And I got the sensation there was something shamanic about this person, or you maybe. I was kind of hearing a rhythmic beat of drums I was following and kind of descending into the earth. So you might be going on a shamanic journey, or you're a guide of some kind. If you're not a guide or a shaman yourself, someone around you or an energy around you is, and I think wants you to know that they're there to guide you. I also saw an image of an inverted triangular symbol. In my mind's eye, it was composed of twigs or sticks kind of tied together, but there are old folk symbols and witchcraft hexes and the sort of thing you might find in a forest. So you might know what that symbol means to you, so take it as it resonates. And the meditation was feeling a bit emotional for me, so I didn't spend too much time there, but there's a very profound journey you seem to be going on. And now we'll first get into the love and relationships portion of the tarot reading. Let's look at relationships of any kind or love for Gemini in the month of July, or whenever this video finds you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be about a friend, or a colleague, or a family member, just any significant relationship in your life. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles, Death in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse, Five of Swords, and King of Swords. I think King of Swords has shown up in every single reading in either relationships or career for every sign, I'm pretty sure. With the Five of Pentacles next to Death in reverse, it looks like there's a strong resistance or fear around change and transformation in your relationship. So you might be holding back, resisting change out of fear of the unknown, but also you might have a reaction of fear of abandonment. Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out, unworthy of something. So just know this is kind of your inner fear here. This dramatic change seems to be happening on an internal level and might trigger some insecurities here. Again, fear of abandonment is pretty strong on this top line. There might be something not shared that brings about this fear of dramatic, shocking change. There seems to be something changing from within. I think Death and Tower reversed, they're both showing this energy of resistance to something that's being rewritten or tweaked inside you. It might even be happening on a subconscious level. For others of you, it looks like you might still be processing a transformation or the end of something that came as a shock to you and brought about a feeling of being left out. And with the Eight of Cups, we've emotionally disconnected from it, but we're circling back around. It might represent rumination or trying to correct something that was damaged. There's repairs here that might need to be made after a battle. So we have someone here who uses their words harshly and then possibly regrets it later. They may win the battle and then regret later hurting the other people in the process. King of Swords can be very harsh, very sharp with his words. So I'm inclined to believe these two are connected. Yeah, there's a little bit of a sense of remorse here on the bottom line. And you can reverse the energies as you see fit. This could represent you or the other person. And there's this questioning, do I leave this behind for good or do I come back and repair it? Is there much to work with here? Because this appears to be a domineering figure, kind of intimidating. However, there's an expression of remorse around words that were said. I'm going to get some more clarifying tarot cards. Temperance. Yeah, take time to heal. Take care of yourself. It's about finding balance. And it can be a difficult process. I think this also can be about self-healing and reflection through possible therapy or journaling. Choose your self-healing process. Ace of Swords. So a strong truth here may have been realized or delivered. The King of Swords does hold an Ace of Swords. Could be from this person. Queen of Swords in reverse. So we might be feeling a little overwhelmed. There might be disagreements here with the matching energy of the King of Swords. Seven of Wands. So yeah, that kind of confirms there's a bit of tension between these King and Queen of Swords. Someone has their defenses up. It could also be a boundary like, I need to heal, please leave me alone at this time. Five of Pentacles and Eight of Cups are kind of about finding solitude in order to heal with the Temperance card here. I'm sensing some stubbornness between these two, neither one backing down on whatever the issue is. One is refusing to hear or see the other's perspective. So I would agree, this is a good idea to take some time to heal, rebalance yourself so you can, if you want, reapproach this relationship with a clear, calm mind, when emotions kind of level off a bit. It kind of looks like the aftermath of some argument that went down, a disagreement, or an upsetting situation. It looks like the worst part of the storm has passed, and now it's time to rebuild and heal and reconcile if you so choose. You have resistance, Mercury in Taurus. I want to make sure you see this funny bird. Okay. Resistance. So might be resisting communicating and healing at this time. Extremism, Mercury in Scorpio. It might be this overreactive energy, not accusing anyone of any behavior, but looks like there was an argument that occurred and it was rather extreme on one or both parts. It takes two to argue, so. Any other messages of the Oracle Principle? So it might have been a matter of principle, literally. Let's see if we can get one more Oracle card. I'll take that one. Authority. These look related a little. Maybe you stood up to a person of authority, like you have different ideals, principles. Someone saw it as extreme. It was a impassioned argument, it looks like, and it's a lot of stubbornness here. Someone feels they have more authority and power over the other. Could be an unequal power dynamic here. This could just be advice to stick to your principles. Get some advice, please, for Gemini. Hanged Man, Page of Swords in reverse, King of Pentacles. There could be a dispute here about something in the material world or something financially affecting these two people. There's not enough insight around the situation, so there's a lot of speculation. There's a lack of clarity. I'm getting the impression somebody feels enlightened and is trying to deliver a message that's not landing very well. There's something about listening to inner guidance, taking more time to reflect on your own time again. I think the advice is to take care of yourself, your immediate environment, what you call home, around you and in your physical body, and just take time to heal. I think I've said that several times now. I think you got the message. So take some time out, and then if you want to come back to approaching the situation, make sure it's from a very grounded place. So right now it's indicating there's not enough information. Try to find more information while you're in this process of healing and self-discovery. Okay, Gemini, that's what I have for you for love and relationships. I hope it turns out well for you. I wish you the best. Now we'll take a look at career for July. Okay, Gemini, let's look into career for July, or whenever you find this video. I paused to shuffle many times between the readings, so these are thoroughly shuffled. Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, the Hermit, Queen of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, Temperance, which also came up in the relationship portion of the reading. The good news is you're showing a beautiful vision of the future based on lived experience, and you feel confident you have the ability to bring this lovely sense of balance and harmony into your life. So you could be involved in a very loving community here. The Knight of Swords is a very fast-moving energy, so it's kind of funny in a way that it's next to the Seven of Wands, which is like hitting the brakes. So full speed ahead, brakes. For some reason, you needed to slow down a bit. Like, wait, not so fast. And it feels like you're protecting a relationship that's very near and dear to your heart. There could also be a need to set some healthy boundaries around a close relationship. Six of Cups often represents somebody you've known forever, or somebody you feel you have a very close soul connection to. So there's something about protecting that energy because it's very precious to you, and it contributes to your Ten of Cups, your overarching sense of joy and family and loved ones. You're kind of showing you would do anything to protect this. It could also be like a passion project, something that brings you overwhelming happiness, a career you've always loved doing. Hermit can be a reserved figure. You don't seem reserved with the Queen of Wands here. She's pretty bold and expressive, so there might be a bit of a conflict between the face you show the world and what's happening internally. There's a couple of indicators, Temperance and the Hermit, that tell me a lot of time has passed. This is kind of a lifelong pursuit of yours, a long-term vision. There's a lot of strong energy here, and it's all from this beautiful space of the heart. So you're following your heart, and it's coming out really beautifully. Let's get some more clarifying cards with this deck. I just had a funny image pop to mind. Remember when I was talking about the little twigs forming a triangle in the woods, and it might be like a folk or like a witch's hex? These two cards together gave me a sense of like the witch of the woods. So take it as it resonates. Maybe you feel like you're the beautiful witch in the woods and you're using your magic in some way. But it's not a hex, it's for good. Because we wouldn't be seeing the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups if it wasn't for a good reason. I guess what I'm saying is you use your magic for good purposes. You're not an evil witch. Ten of Wands, which, yeah, this looks like a long, difficult, strenuous energy expense. Because you've been doing it your whole life, it looks like. Okay, you work very hard. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your community, because it looks like you have a strong support system. Three of Wands, again, a card showing things occurring over a long time. You're also looking to the future in this card. I wonder if you're waiting for the workload to lighten up. I'm also getting the feeling you've already sent out something to the world, or you've already put a product out there. It doesn't have to be a physical product, but you've worked really hard. You've sent something off into the universe, and you're kind of waiting for the energetic ships to come back in. There might be a strong, maybe even financial support system you can lean on, or you might be getting financial help from somebody you know that's very generous. This could be a person or energy, not necessarily a person, that sees the work you're doing and what you've created and wants to help you achieve your goals. Move this over a little. We have Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. So it's slow to come around, but something's being brought to you. Knight of Pentacles. The Knights are kind of the vehicles that move energy forward. So I just heard a motorcycle go by. Could be fast or slow. Knight of Pentacles is usually pretty slow moving energy, but he's bringing you this beautiful opportunity. And I was asking about the return on your investment or your energetic investment. Something's coming back around to offer you something. So that could be happening in July. We have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom that I just noticed. So this is all about reaping the rewards of hard work over a long time. So it's what we've been discussing this whole time, kind of waiting to enjoy the life you've built after all this hard work. So this looks really promising. Let's get a couple of oracle cards to wrap up. This is also about recognizing you are deserving to live the life of luxury that you've earned for yourself. It's also financial independence. And I have to say it, even though this is the career portion, there could be somebody coming in to offer you a new love, to share their heart with you, because this could be like a soulmate energy coming in after a very long time. And they seem to have their act together, so sounds good to me. Revenge? Is revenge involved? Huh. I just heard the phrase revenge is best served cold, and we do have a long time passing. Maybe in your own way, it's not really revenge, it's just like doing the thing that's best for you is a reward in itself. So something may have transpired in the past that motivated you to work really hard in this new direction. This could also just be one of your placements in your chart, which is Mars in Scorpio. Of ostentation, Saturn in Taurus. Enthusiasm, Sun in Sagittarius. Temperance is also a Sagittarius card. You could have or be dealing with somebody with prominent Sagittarius in their charts. And optimism, more Sagittarius, Moon in Sag. Okay. This looks good. And P.S. lust might be involved. I'm getting that over here. Looks like we're ending on a high note. Yeah, while you're waiting for this metaphorical ship to come in, stay optimistic, maintain your enthusiasm. I'm wondering if this sense of revenge and achievement was initially caused, like you were propelled by this sense of winning at all costs, even scheming, but it turns out to be very financially rewarding for you. It could be the case that you're of the mindset that the ends justify the means here. Whatever motivated you to push through and seek revenge or equilibrium in some way, you might have used alternative methods to get your way, but it turns out to be very financially abundant for you, and it brings you happiness, and there's also a sense that it brings your community happiness and wealth. So you could be a major provider in your community. You're kind of a big deal, so let me know how this resonates in the comments. I hope this brought you insight or clarity in some way, and I hope to see you at the next reading. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, please consider liking, commenting, or subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, there will be a link in the description box to my website, tarotconcertina.com.